On Tuesday night, a family reunion for the ages.
Great.
Ah, baloney.
The Connor family, together again for the first time in 20 years. That same house, that same couch, that iconic show open, right down to that unmistakable laugh.
Everybody remembers the couch and the Afghan.
Who knew that it would become iconic? You know, this is the show.
Time warped to 2018.
When we stepped on the set, it was spooky. It was just spooky. It's just like I never left.
Back in the 80s, Roseanne was the #1 show on television. A huge hit well into the 90s. An ordinary family facing the issues of the day with humor.
We're paying more taxes than the rich people because they got all the lawyers to figure out the loopholes. I want to find loopholes.
In my culture, it was always a strong mother-based home with a loving husband and some problems and loudmouth kids, so I wanted that.
He started it.
Nothing was off limits. At a time when the rest of America only whispered about such things, Roseanne dealt openly with birth control,
You mean about the pill?
domestic violence,
Fisher beat the crap out of us. I don't want anybody to know about it.
masturbation,
This is something that everybody does.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you do it?
I do.
same-sex marriage, and gender fluidity.
I now pronounce you man and... I now pronounce you men.
You name it, Roseanne took the culture wars head on.
And of course they faced money issues.
Our school's having a food drive for poor people.
Well, tell them to drive some of that food over here.
It was a show where you could see people paying bills or the lights being turned out because we weren't able to pay all our bills, or the games Roseanne would play, how to shuffle around the bills.
First we send in the phone bill and we forget to sign the check.
There you go.
Then we send the water bill to the electric company, electric bill to the water company.
It was Sarah Gilbert's idea to reboot Roseanne. She played the Connors' daughter, Darlene.
Don't worry, Dorky. This finger's clean. I had it in my nose all day.
Back now as an actor and producer. Becky and DJ are all grown up as well.
I think fans are going to be really happy with how we've all grown and changed, but that we're all very still familiar.
Honey, get off the couch.
Roseanne was the first woman I saw on television that was rejecting the social construct of what femininity was supposed to be.
Now she and the whole cast are back for 9 episodes with a growing list of new issues to deal with.
The Roseanne reboot is going to be huge. I hope we do it proud.
Can't help but wonder if they're Trump voters.
I don't know. There might be 1 or 2 in the mix.
Here's to you, little Debbie.
In fact, in the new show, Dan and Roseanne are both Trump voters. The election of 2016, a dividing line for the Connor family.
Our last election, the jokes were just writing themselves. We wanted to show an accurate depiction of America. It's very divided.
A new president isn't the only fodder for fun. Technology has changed a lot since the 90s.
Thank you.
The Connors' old kitchen phone, the one with the 40-foot cord.
Dad's dead! He's dead!
A bit of an anachronism in the era of texts and tweets.
Dad! He's fine! He sends his love! Bye!
Yeah, the kids, they speak this whole new language that...
The kooky teen lingo.
But, you know, they can just go when they're 4.
Yeah.
And I'm still...
Black people are just like us. They're every bit as good as us. And
The social issues the show tackled back in the 90s are far from settled. Some have new layers of complexity.
One of my favorite episodes was when DJ wouldn't kiss the black girl in the school play.
I don't want to kiss Gina.
Hey, tough, you're doing it.
I hate you.
Well, fine, you don't have to kiss me.
And we wanted to honor a lot of those really powerful storylines. Currently in this season, he married her and they have a child together who's on the show.
Look, when you connect the dots, it makes a giant bean. You couldn't tell that without connecting the dots.
One of the biggest changes in 20 years has to do with the landscape of TV itself. Back in the day, a single episode of Roseanne reached an audience of nearly 36 million people. Today, the original Real Housewife is competing against Real Housewives.
I don't need to be stressed out.
The Connors have to keep up with the Kardashians.
We're competing with Armenian sisters and whatnot.
Yeah, I need to get a butt lift. That might help.
Yes, dear.
Where all these characters ended up and how they're doing now is a big part of the fun.
They kept everything exactly the same as it was when you guys were kids.
It's a decorating choice called poverty.
In the new show, the grown-up Darlene moves back in with her parents due to money troubles.
Can I have some money?
I don't know. Mom, can I have some money?
I don't know. Can I have some money?
They're still up against it. It's paycheck to paycheck pretty much.
You guys get points on your credit card?
We get threats. Is that the same thing?
We're still all in the same city.
The one good thing about the Roseanne show, I'll say, that I was really proud of besides everything else, was that we weren't afraid to bring a tear either.
Some of those tearful moments create an awkward challenge for the reboot.
It's still the first thing I think about when I wake up and the last thing I think about before I go to sleep.
Most notably, the season 9 finale, where John Goodman's character, Dan, seems to die of a heart attack.
I lost Dan last year when he had his heart attack.
The teasers for the reboot turn that into a joke.
Dan! I thought you were dead.
He's sleeping. Why does everybody else think I'm dead?
In the new show, Dan and Roseanne are both confronting mortality because they're getting older.
Did you get the pain pills for my bad knee?
Wouldn't be the Candyman without the sunshine, babe.
After all these years go by and we all experienced life more, I feel like we've gone to another level of that. I just wanted to do my best work. We do push ourselves and each other to have, be funnier, be bolder. It's that the work is what's fun.
Roseanne returns starting next Tuesday, right here on ABC. I'm David Wright for Nightline in New York.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.